Now, have you got your phone? Keep it safe. In an interview for Good Morning Britain, a gang leader claims he made £50,000 from just one stolen phone.
Yeah, we're calling him Rich. It's not his real name. He told Bank of Dave star Dave Fishwick that he has a network of teenagers who use a technique called shoulder surfing to gain PIN numbers before they steal the phone. So, Dave, you sat down with this gang member.
Yes.
It's revealed some quite disturbing information. Were you apprehensive?
I wanted to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I think you need to know how broken things are so you can start fixing them. So I wanted to really embed myself in there and learn as much as I could. These were bad, bad people. But if we can learn from them how to stop the public being ripped off, we can then move forwards. They pay people £2,500 a day each to run the motorcycles, but that sends them to prison if they get caught. That's how much them people get paid that sit on a motorbike. Take a look at the methodology of this. This is interesting.
Yeah, so I've got my little team. They go and bring me phones and I'll buy the phones off them.
They bring them back to you, and then what do you do then, Rich?
They don't have to bring them to me. They'll just phone me up and say, I've got these phones. They'll give me the numbers, details, and if they've got money on the phones...
So you don't actually want the physical phone?
Not really, don't need them. The boys know now what they've got to do, they've got to look on there. Certain apps, if they can get through and change the Apple passwords, they give me the account numbers of how much they've got on the account, and I'll give them the account numbers to send it to.
Wow. OK, so we've obviously disguised the voice there and put on subtitles to make it clear. But do you have any idea who these thieves are actually targeting?
They're targeting everybody, from the poorest to the richest. You know, they're preying on the poor and vulnerable and they're taking off everybody. What are they doing is they're looking for bars, restaurants, clubs. They come up behind you, they look over your shoulder, they look for what number you're putting into your phone. Once they've got the phone, they've got you.
Right.
But they prey on everybody. They target everybody. They have no thought for what that person does or how much money you've got in your account. They don't care. They want your money, they want your phone, and him and his team are terrible people. Take a look at this next one. This will really shock you. Who are you looking for to get?
West End,
Why the West End?
lots of businesses, not little bakeries or cafes, no. Big business.
Describe that person. Who are you looking for? Who's your perfect victim?
The person that's doing this on his phone, and then, yeah, that person. The person that's giving the phone, same there. That person. That's my perfect victim.
So you're not actually going grabbing it out the pocket, are you?
No.
You want them on the phone?
Yeah.
I suppose the point is they want you on your phone because that means it's unlocked. They're also doing this shoulder surfing so that they can see your PIN number. Because it used to be that it was the handset, it was the physical thing that was getting stolen. They could just pass that on. Now, your phone is like a treasure trove, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Of all of this financial information.
All in there.
Apps, passwords, account numbers, your bank account. And as he says there, he wants you to be slightly distracted. You know, you're on it, you're looking for some music, you've got your phone, you know, you've got your AirPods in. And it's out there. And then, of course, you're walking along the pavement and one of these young teenagers on a moped just swiftly goes past, and they operate so quickly, don't they?
Yeah, how many of them you see now? How many people are out there with the headphones on, they've got the phone, they're coming out the gym like this, gone. But let me tell you, when I said to him, I said, you know, how do you grab them? He said, put something there in front of me. Yeah. So I put my glasses.
Yeah.
I didn't trust him with my phone. Put my glasses there. And I'm not kidding, it were all a real stretch away. And he went, poof. And that were quick, but I just didn't see it. He teaches them to be so quick like that. So if it's on the desk like that, gone. and he runs like there's no tomorrow. People are on the
But
phone.
they're on mopeds, of course, or motorbikes,
so,
or,
I mean, some of them can run as
electric
fast. You know, these guys are trained to run. They're on thousands of pounds a day.
Yeah.
It's their job. And that's the thing. They think they're an entrepreneur. They think they've got a job. It's like somebody setting up a plumbing business. He was talking to me as if he's got a business. And he's ripping people off. He's stealing from people. But they look over your shoulder. You're going like this. They've got your 4 digits. And then 2 seconds later, gone. Take a look at this. This is...
The phone's been snatched, it's gone. Out your back pocket, in a cupboard, in a pub, it's gone.
So they come up on a motorbike or a scooter.
And the phone's gone. Your glasses, gone.
That was fast. I'm glad my phone weren't there.
And that's it, it's gone.
Are you not frightened of somebody retaliating, though, if they grab you or try and fight you? Are you frightened?
They're gone. There ain't no fighting, they're gone.
Yeah, so there's no actual physical confrontation once the phone's gone, yeah.
I don't think they're frightened of physical confrontation. They're just so quick and so dedicated to that job they do, where they're up and down, and they're going for places where people have got money, or they're going to places where people are going to be spending. But what's important here is, let's tell the public how they can keep things safe.
Yeah.
Because right at the beginning, when I asked him in the interview, I said, how can I protect the public? How can I give them the best advice? And he said, I'm not going to tell you that. That's how I make my money. Towards the end of the interview, I was with him a long time, and I really pushed him. And he said, I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you what to do. And this is what the public must do. And I've started doing it myself. You want some really cheap earbud phones that Bluetooth to your phone. Put them in your ears. They're not going to steal them. You want an iPhone watch or something similar on your wrist. You then take your phone and put it in your inside pocket, out of the way of your coat. Zip your coat up. If your phone rings, you can take the call off your watch. It goes Bluetooth to your ears. You can't get anywhere near your phone. If he can't get into your phone, he then can't take your apps and he can't take your banking details. He wants to steal your identity.
Right.
He wants to get into that. They make 20, 30, 40,000 a day from stealing your identity.
Have we got a little clip here of him telling us about this?
Let's take a look at this
Shall we have
one.
a look, Dan?
What can he or she do with her or his phone to keep it safe?
Keep it out of sight. You know, you've got £1,300, don't want it snatched. You know, look before you take it out. Does that not make sense?
Makes a huge amount of sense.
People don't do it.
It's so obvious, isn't it, Dave? But, keep your phone out of sight, particularly when you're walking in public or if you're at a restaurant. Don't put it on the table. Because the other thing, of course, that they do is come up at the table, put a newspaper over your phone, and as they go away, pick it up and, take your phone away at the same time. It's shocking. The advice is obvious, and yet we all need to be told. And I think the amount of money that he is making out of this and the exploitation...
Hundreds of thousands.
The exploitation of these youngsters as well is pretty shocking. Does he have any guilt about what he's up to?
I asked him that. I said, do you feel guilty? What about people? You look in the phone, you're about to steal the thousands of pounds they've got. Or if they've got very little in the account, clearly they're struggling in life. That child that you're stealing the phone off might have had that for Christmas. It might have been a gift. That might be the last few £100 they have. That might be something they're going to buy their food bill with this week.
And also, of course, they can use all of that information to scam other financial, get out loans or whatever.
That's what they do. They take your identity.
Yeah.
They have no guilt. He said, Dave, I don't care. I want your phone. I want their money. I'm going to take everything. And I said, surely the people who are really struggling in life, you shouldn't be taking off anybody, but surely the people who are really struggling. I disliked him with a passion, but I needed to understand how we can fix this, to start getting into these gangs and learning how we can start breaking them down. But the guilt, he has none. He doesn't care. Just take a look at this.
Back in the day, when I'm hungry, the girl's pregnant, and the government ain't really giving me no money. Yeah. Who feels guilty for me?
Well, I'm sure the people watching it aren't going to feel guilty. But I'm just wondering if you ever get that guilt trip and think, you know, I've took that kid's phone and he's probably got it for Christmas or whatever, or is it pure business?
Yeah, it's business.
Oh, it's so horrible.
He genuinely thinks he's a businessman, doesn't he?
Honestly.
And he's putting him in prison for 30 years.
You know, this is really useful, and I think this has been a really useful exercise to really realise what's going on and for us to learn. We're in a fight with these guys, aren't we?
Yes.
We're in a fight with these criminals.
You've got to be aware of your surroundings.
We've got to be 10 steps ahead of them, and that's the thing. I mean, I was saying to Susanna earlier, I get off the train now, get in a train, wherever I'm around the tube, whatever, phone's in the pocket, and I'll sometimes just walk into a shop if I really need to check directions or something. I just try not to be into a public place because I hate losing my phone. It'd be the worst thing ever.
When I met them, I mean, Carl Hemp and Kate Hemingway have worked really hard on this with me, and I need to give them a big shout. We've worked so hard. But keep people really safe. Keep your phone hidden. If you are going to use it, put your back against the wall. This is what the Metropolitan Police say. Don't stand too near the curb, you know. And if you're really, really, really careful and hold it, that makes a huge difference. They can see that you know. Right. They're stalking you. They're looking over your shoulder. They're everywhere.
The fact that they act in packs, don't they? Listen, Dave, this has been really useful. Before you go, we've heard a little bit of a rumour. You're a swift mover. We've seen the sort of swiftness you do with this guy.
Is that the little birdie telling you
that's a little
in your ear?
Little birdie in my ear. Dancing.
Strictly. Are you going to do Strictly Come Dancing? We've got Karen and Gorka in. Would you like to dance with Karen?
We've heard that you might be interested. Would you do it? Come on.
I just can't say anything. I've been so much trouble. I can't believe... I thought you were going to ask me about the musical. I've just announced the Bank of Dave musical.
Where's that going to be?
And that starts next year. Jason Manford's going to play me.
Oh, wow. That is terrific.
Yes. And that starts next year. Myself and David H are going to be in it, but not us in it. Obviously, somebody playing us. But it's really exciting. It's been made by the people that make Kinky Boots the people that make Winnie the Pooh, the new musical, and it's just the people that made Cher. They're making it. So it's a massive musical. Brilliant. It's coming out next summer.
Brilliant.
I'm going to put my best dancing shoes on and singing microphone, and hopefully I'll get a little piece in it.
Good luck.
And I'm not talking about the other one. My lips are sealed about Strictly Come Dancing. I'm not allowed to say anything.
It's not a no.
Yeah.
It's not a no.
Not allowed to say anything, he said.
Dave, it is great to see you. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you for inviting us.
I think one of the problems is, particularly when you're doing directions, you've got the map app open, haven't you? And you're, like, following. Please put your phones away. I'm going to keep it, you know, in the bag or in a pocket. Dave, thanks so much. It's a public service you do for us.
I love it. And do you know what? The team here at GMB have worked so hard on this.
Brilliant.
You know, the new stories that we're going to be bringing over the coming months are going to be very powerful, and we want to help as many members of the public as possible. So a big, big cheer to Kate and Carl and all the team here, yourselves. You do a massive service.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.